तो ईयरफोन्स लेगा क्या?
नहीं,
देखना ज़्यादा मतलब
काहे धंधा करें, नहीं आया।
इसकी अम्मा की चूत साले कहाँ है भाई? Hey everyone, I hope you are able to see my live stream. Hello, Jinshan Kumar. Hello, hi. Just let me know if my screen is properly visible or not. All those who are current viewers. So this would be the day one of our bootcamp, which is going to run for 7 days approximately. And we would be starting from the basics of Python and go on to the data analysis. We will learn how to interact with Python, how to interact with the basic commands of Python, and we will also learn about different libraries. So yeah, it would be quite interesting. So be with us. Hi Vaishu. Uh, Hello everyone to all of those who are viewing. Yeah, if there is any difficulty in the video portion, you can just write in the chat section. It will be very easy. And hello, hi, hello, hello, hello Ankit, hello, hi. Good evening. Hello. So hello to everyone, to all the new joiners. Okay, so as I said that we would be starting with the basics of Python. You would be learning Python, like how to just go on with it. You will be taught how to become a bit comfortable with Python. Then you will learn some libraries about it, and you will then basically venture into data analysis part. Yeah, hi, hello to all those who have newly joined. A bit about myself. I'm Subhanjan Basu, and currently I'm MLE at DevTown. Okay, so someone is saying, sir, please speak Hindi. Yeah, actually, I can speak Hindi, but there will be many people who don't understand Hindi, so it would be difficult for them also. So I guess English is a like quite a good medium for communication. If you have any problem in understanding the English, you can then ask me. I will try to explain it as simply as possible. All right, all right. Hi, hello, hi, hello, hi, hello, hi, hello, 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 hello. Yeah, fine. So let's start with today's portion basically. So this is the notebook that we are basically going to follow for today. We would be basically following such notebooks through each day of the 7 days bootcamp that you will be having. There is your first notebook that you will learn, and for today's bootcamp, the note like the attendance portion, we are having a system. I'm just sharing that link here in the chat section. Uh, and I'm also pinning this message. So this is the link to the notebook, like to the basically Google form where you can give your attendance. And I guess attendance is a must for the certification portion. Okay, so take care of that part. So if you are all ready, I may just start the teaching portion basically. All right, all right, all right. Yeah. So in Python, like in any other programming languages, the first things that you should learn about are the data types and operators. Now, what is a data type? Anything that you provide in a programming language is a is a data, and it must belong to any of the types. Now, there are multiple data types that you can use in Python. They are integers, floats, booleans, strings, list, tuples, sets, and dictionaries. List, tuple, sets, and dictionaries are part of the data structures, and integer, float, boolean, strings are a part of the data type. Okay, we will dive deep into these topics when time will come, and each of this topic is quite interesting if you learn it nicely. To work with the data types, we need operators. So what are operators? Data types are nothing if we can't function with them, right? So to make the data types functionable, we need operators. Now operators can be of many types: arithmetic operator, assignment operator, comparison operator, logical operator, membership operator, identity operators, and so on. Okay, like arithmetic operators, as the name suggests, like it is used for arithmetic purposes or for mathematical purposes, like plus sign, minus sign, division sign, multiplication sign, or the modular sign. Signs like this are arithmetic operator. Assignment operators, it is used to assign your data to a particular value or variable. Okay, so that is called uh, your assignment operator. Okay, so someone is just telling me Python in ML. Yeah, Python, like Python is a language for Python is a programming language. ML is a technology. Okay, and you can do ML using Python. So, yeah, attendance. Yeah, is the attendance part. No, Uh, okay, is this the day three React JS attendance? Yeah, like I think there might be any problem in naming the Google Sheet, but do one thing, you just fill up the attendance. Okay, no problem in that. You fill up the attendance for in that sheet only. There is a problem in naming, nothing else. Okay, so yeah, you may fill up the attendance in that sheet. Okay, okay, okay. All right. So now once you have understood data types and operators, so these are the basic building blocks of Python. Not only Python, of any programming language that you talk about, data types and operators are the building blocks. Then comes built-in functions, compound data structures, type conversion. Okay, so these are different terminologies. Built-in functions are some functions provided by Python itself. Like basically, like I have to deep dive into this functions topic to make it more clear to you. But for the time being, I'm just giving you a brief introduction. Functions, if you consider, there are two types of function. One is the built-in and is the custom. Custom, you can make it on your own. You can design the function of your own. But built-in functions are those kind of functions which were developed by those Python developers, and you can use those functions using a simple command that makes the work easier. Okay, so yeah, can I get the collab file? Yeah, collab file would be shared to you. Uh, Okay, collab. I will do one thing. I will just upload it the entire thing in GitHub, and I will share the GitHub link. Okay, in the next in the tomorrow's bootcamp, I will just share the GitHub link. You will get all the collab files, everything that you need. Sir, certificate कैसे प्राप्त होगा? You can fill up the Google form that you have, and आपको certificate प्राप्त हो जाएगी. Fine. So to all the people who have newly just joined, I've just basically talked about data types and operators. What are they? They are the building blocks of Python. Everything and anything that you write in Python is a data type, like falls under a data type. To make data types functional, you need operators. To work with data types, you need operator. As you can see here, these are the various data type and these are the operator. Okay, this is I think clear. Now let's move on to this portion. The most basic function of any programming language is the print function. So in Python, the printing purpose, for the printing purpose, you have a print function which could be written like this, capital PRINT, print function in Python. Okay. So you will be seeing this print function very frequently in Python programming. It helps us to see what exactly is happening in our code. To run the next few of lines of code and see what happens. Okay, let's run this. So what's happening here is you're having, I'm just adding two numbers, 2 plus 7, and the next line I'm just multiplying two numbers. So let's see what happen, like how are we getting the result. So first of all, to run any cell in a Python notebook, the thing that we should do is shift plus enter. Okay, like either you can press this run, you are getting here this particular result, whatever it is, or you can also press shift plus enter, you will get the same thing. Now here you will notice that although we were performing two different operations, we are only getting one result, right? We are adding 2 plus 7 and we aren't getting the result as 9. Instead, the last result of 2 into 17, we are getting that 14 as a result. Why? Because here we didn't give print like print 2 plus 7 or print 2 into 7. We are just calculating the numbers, and by default Python will only choose the operation which is feeded to it at the end. That is, in this case 2 into 7 is its memory and it will only print 2 into 7, nothing else. Okay. Okay, okay, all right. All right. So you will see that even though you, so this is the explanation behind it. You will see that even though you had written two lines of code, only the last line of code gets seen in the output area. Now this happens because you haven't told Python what actually to do with it, right? So here is basically the print function comes to rescue. So what does, so okay, let's this, you have seen this result. Now let's see here. The difference between this portion and this portion is very simple. This we have put the like addition and the multiplication portion within brackets, and we have also applied a print function. So let's execute this command. See here we are getting 9 and 14 separately in order. Okay, so print function is a useful built-in function that we can use to display input value as a text in the output. All right, am I like are you guys getting it? Yeah, actually there is a confusion here bit. So the link that I have provided here, like the pinned link that is there of the Google Forms, I think that is of day 3 React.js, I think, like as per your feedback. So don't worry, just fill up that form. It is the attendance for today's class, and your attendance for today will be recorded on that basis. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, fine, fine, fine. So these two lines of code are, I guess, clear to you. What I've tried to show is what happens without the print function and what happens with the print function. The results are clear to you. In the next line, I'm just printing a text. So here till now I have printed numbers, I did operations with them, and now I'm printing text. See, here the same thing just came here. Now, one thing I would like to just add is Python is case sensitive. Like it's not quotation sensitive basically. Like what happened in C++, you could have provided like double quotes and single quotes were differently treated. But in the case of Python, here single quotes are used. If I use double quote, then just a minute. If I use double quote, then also the same output would have come to you. Okay, so Python is not quotation sensitive. So this thing you must keep it in your mind. Yeah, attendance link. Okay, so attendance link that you have here, I know it's showing some like wrong message in the Google form, but it is the attendance sheet for today's class. Just fill up the form. Your attendance will be recorded on that basis. Now, after seeing the print function, let's go into the arithmetic operator. I told you about operators. Operators are used to perform functions between data types. So, the first kind of operator that we would learn are arithmetic operator. So an arithmetic operator is a mathematical function that takes two operands and performs a calculation on them. Fine, very simple. I guess nothing to get confused about. Let's take the previous example when we multiplied 2 and 7 here, and 2 and 7 are the operands and the asterisks in the arithmetic operator for multiplication. Python has several arithmetic operators, most of which follow the usual rule of mathematics. That is a BODMAS rule that you have learned in elementary school, the same rule is being followed in Python also. Like when you will be writing codes using operators, the same chronology or the same sequence of baud mass will be followed there too. Okay, am I clear? Is this session for backend web development? No, this is a session for ML Python. Okay, so let's look at the different type of arithmetic operators: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus, exponentiation, and the double division sign. So let's try to understand each of them. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. I hope you don't have any confusion. Modulus is basically for finding the remainder after you divide something. Like if we divide 5 by 2, we get the remainder 1. So we would basically term it as 5 modulus 2 is equal to 1. That is the remainder on dividing 5 by 2 is 1. Exponential. Exponentiation means power. Like 5 double star 2 would basically amount to 5 into 5, that's 25. Okay, like there is a caret operation. Those who are familiar with C++, exponential operation was represented using the caret sign, but here it's double star, the double division sign. So if you divide using the single division sign, you will get to the nearest, like the decimal part up to one digit, correct, up to one digit. But if you use the double division sign and then divide, it will provide you and then round you to the nearest integer. Suppose if your answer is 5.6, it will be rounded off to 6. If your answer is 5.4, it will be rounded off to 5. So yeah, that's the case. Will we get this notes? Yeah, you will get these notes. What I will do is tomorrow I will share you a GitHub link. There you will get, there I will upload this notebook and all the notebooks that I will use for the future classes for your reference. So there would be a two-way benefit. One is that before starting of the class, you may just have a glance at the notebook and you will get an idea of what I'm going to teach in that particular day's class, and it would be easier for you to understand and for me to teach also. Okay, can I join both sessions? Yeah, you can join any number of sessions. Okay, now sometimes people might confuse this caret symbol for exponentiation, as you might seen with other languages, but in Python, this symbol, that is I'm referring to the caret symbol, is used to do bitwise XOR operation. Bitwise XOR operation, if you don't know, if you know, it's very good, like it's a bitwise operator. If you don't know, no problem, you don't have to know till now. When time will come, I will just teach it to you. As learning bitwise operation is not necessary for this course, we will not be covering it, but you can surely check out the link in the resources to learn it. I will share everything in tomorrow's GitHub, don't worry. Task. Now perform all the arithmetic operators on the number 7 and 2. Okay, so we will have to show, like what I'm trying to do is, you have learned print, you have also learned about the arithmetic operators. Now we will just implement them and try to get the results. So obviously we will have to use the print function. So first task is to add 7 and 2. So print 7 plus 2. My second task is to subtract 7 minus 2. Third is to multiply, that is print 7 into 2. Fourth is to divide, print 7 by 2. My fifth is to find the remainder, that is I must use the modular sign. So print 7 modulus 2, then 7 raised to the power 2 below. So print 7 double start, that is exponentiation 2, divide 7 by 2 and round it to the nearest integer. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? So it will be double divided mark. So this is your expected output. Let's see what my original output is coming out. So 9, 5, 14, 3.51, 49, 3. Yeah, everything is correct up till now. Okay, okay. So I hope this part is all clear to you. Fine. Now you have learned the operators. You will learn now the order of operations. So arithmetic operators in Python follow the BODMAS order of operations. Look at this mathematical equation 2 plus 3 into 5. What do you think will be the answer, 25 or 17? The answer will obviously be 17, because in maths we follow a convention called, like many people say it, BEDMAS, or many of maybe also say BODMAS. X brackets, exponents, division, multiplication, addition, subtraction. Okay. So there is a question that in this quiz you are going to do some calculations for your bills. Your net expenditure for the past 5 months have been 1200, 2800, 1500 and 1700. So what is your average monthly expenditure? I hope you all know what's average is. So first we need to calculate the sum, and then we need to divide it by the total number of months. So sum will be, so I need to add all this, right? So 1200 plus 2000 plus 800 plus 1500 plus 1700. So this is your sum, and I'm creating another variable avg, average, that will be basically okay, sum is a keyword, so I won't prefer to use that. I would prefer s as my data variable, and average equal to s divided by what are the total number of months that I'll be talking about. It's 5, so s divided by 5. Then print avj. So this was the case. Let's see what my output is coming out to be. Yeah, it's 1400 for 40. So I hope this example is clear to you. Let's do the next question. In this quiz, we are going to do some calculations for a mason. 2 rooms in a house need to be filled. One room is 4 feet wide by 11 feet long. The other is 5 foot wide by 9 foot long. Tiles come in the package of 7, and each tile is 1 feet cross 1 feet in size. How many tiles are needed? Very basic maths calculation. Let's try to code it. So in my house there are basically 2 rooms. Okay, so I'm creating a variable r. R will be 2. So the specifications for one room is 4 feet by 11 feet. So let me create first whatever so basically the strategy for approaching any problem is, first read the question, and whatever the information that is coming to you, try to just code it in the form of data. If you don't need variables, you can erase them afterwards, but first create every data first. Okay, so S1 is the size of the first room. It's basically 4 multiplied by 11. Then is S2, it's 5 multiplied by 9. Okay, so these are the size of the second room. Now my third information that is given here is that tiles come in packages of 7. So the package information that will come useful in my second question. Till now this much information is enough. tile size, that is TS, is 1 into 1. Okay, so the number of tiles that would be needed is, we'll have to basically multiply R with S1 with S2, put them in brackets, and finally divided by TS. Okay, so yeah, there is a basic funda of here, and also we'll print number of tiles. So let's check whether our first answer is correct or not. Okay, just okay. Yeah. So there is a small mistake that have been done. Attendance link. I told you that attendance link. I've provided this link that I pinned in the chat section. So this will be your attendance link. It might like appear to you as React.js, but no, this is you will fill this form, and today's attendance will be based upon this particular Google form only. Okay, fine. So yeah, so we were basically calculating your the total number of tiles that we have. So the total number of tiles, so we have the specifications of the room. So we'll just add the rooms, like add the area, this area covered by those two rooms, and we'll divide it by the area taken by one particular tile. So I will add, I have S1 with me. I will just add S1 and S2 here, and I will probably divide it by uh, TS. Now here is a good practice that I will provide double divided mark. Now you may ask, sir, what is the difference? Here the tile size is basically 1 into 1, that means 1. So you won't be getting the decimal sign either ways. Like if you even divide it by single divided division mark, you won't even get the decimal mark. Yeah, it's true. But if my tile size came in different specifications, and if there was a possibility of getting a decimal mark, so in that case it's always safe to use double division mark so that we avoid that situation. Okay, so let's see now. Yeah, 89. We need 89 tiles. Number of write the code that calculates the how many tiles will be left over. Now the second question is, you buy 17 packages each containing 6 tiles each. Okay, so how many tiles will be left over? Fine, simple question. So my number of packages, I'm writing it as NP, number of packages is 17 as per the given question. Tiles in each package is 6 as per the given question. So how many tiles would be left would is basically tiles underscore left equals to NP multiplied by TP minus number of tiles required. Okay, that is 89 that we have. Then I will just print this thing. Let's see what answer we are getting. We are getting 13. Our expected output is also 13. So I guess no questions in that. Yeah. Yeah, it's 13. Alright. Next, let's talk about variables. So understanding variables is a very important thing in any programming language because they are used all the time in Python. Using variables is a in place of direct numbers have many advantages. Variables are used to store information to be referenced and manipulated in a computer program. Creating a new variable in Python is very simple. Let's create one, and here in this example below the variable name is month. Equal sign is the assignment operator. So yeah, equal is the assignment operator. And the value of the variable is 12. So just assigning a variable a value, printing it. Quite simple. Month equals 12. I'm just printing it. Here comes 12. Now it's your turn to create a variable named rent and make its value 1700. So I'm creating a variable rent using the assignment operator equal to. I'm assigning it to 1700. Then print is 1700 here. Fine. So in any case, whatever term is on the left side is now a name for whatever value on the right side. Once a value has been assigned to a variable name, you can access the value from the variable name. Okay. So the next part is suppose a equals 3, b equals a, then we are printing it. So first we have assigned a equals the value 3. Then using the assignment operator, we are saying that b will hold the value of a. Now a holds the value of 3. So that implies b will also hold the value of 3. So if we print b, just a minute. So if we print b, the result will be 3. Okay. If we don't declare the variable and try to print the output, then we will get the error x. We'll get the error. So we have a variable x. We don't need to like define it as int or something, but at least we need to assign it to any particular value or anything. Otherwise, it will take a garbage value and in the output it will give error. See here, x is not defined. Am I clear? Let's talk about multiple assignment operator. Suppose you are making a program wherein you enter the dimensions of the tank and it will give the volume of the tank as the output. So you can write code as height equals 3, length equals 6, width equals 2, volume equal to height into length into width, print volume. So let's see what happens here. 36. Quite simple. Python is a very useful way to assign multiple variables together in a single line using multiple assignment like this. Now what you did is you used three different lines and assigned these three variables to these three different values. You could have also done this entire thing in three lines of code. Just three lines of code, you would have gotten 36. How? You could have compressed these three lines of code into one line of code using height, length, width. You provided commas, you write separately using commas, and then you write 362. It will assign height to 3, length to 6, and width to 2. Fine? See, the answer is coming same, 36. Okay. Now the next question that we have here is find the length of the vector with the start coordinates as the origin and the end coordinates as 4, 5, 6. So I know the form. I hope you all know the formula. It's length equals to square root of x square plus y square plus z square. So let's try to code that thing here. Creating a variable length that will be equal to. First, I need to write my coordinates, right? So x, y, z equal to 4, 5, 6. Okay, I assign variables to my coordinates. Length is x2 plus y2 plus z2 in bracket. Let's see what result is coming. Okay, I didn't print it out, so I need to print. the same result as the expected output is coming. Are you getting my point? What I'm trying to do? I just use exponential operator and assignment operator, nothing else. Okay. So I hope things are clear to you a bit now. Now, variable naming convention. There are a particular, like there is a particular conventions for or rules and regulations, set of rules and regulations for naming variables. Rule 1 is that you should always start a variable name with alphabet or a underscore character. Okay. Rule 2 is a variable name can only contain a to z, small a to z, 0 to 9 and underscore. Rule 3, you cannot start the variable name with a number. Rule 4, you cannot use special characters with the variable name such as dollar, percentage, hash and at, minus, caret, etc. Variable names are case sensitive. For example, small str and capital str are two different variables. Very important point. Do not use reserve keyword as a variable name such as class, for, def, del, is, else, try, from, etc. So that was the reason basically when I used here s variable, I was basically in the first portion I was using sum. So then I thought that sum was a reserve variable keyword, so I won't use that as my variable name. That's why I changed it to s1. Okay. So these are some of your allowed variable names. This would give no error. And these are some of your not allowed user variable names. It will give error. See, here you are getting error, invalid syntax. Also, there are some naming conventions that need to be followed, like try to keep the name of the variables descriptive short but descriptive. For example, when taking inputs of the height of a tree of the box, appropriate variable name will be just height, not x, not age, not height of the tree. Okay. Also, the Pythonic way to name variables is to use all lowercase letters and underscore to separate ones. Fine. So these are just variable naming, nothing else. So this my capital my long, this would still work. Like technically it's not at fault, but you must avoid using it because every language has this particular way of writing. Even though it's not against the rules, but you should avoid it. Okay. So yeah, so this wasn't working basically. My space, we don't allow space in variables. Okay. Though the last two of these would work in Python, these are not Pythonic ways to name variables. The way we name variables is called snake case because we tend to connect the words with underscore. If you want to change or update the value of a variable, for example, take the example of rent 1700. Suppose the rent has height and the new rent is 2000. We can just assign the variable its new value as rent equal to 1700 and rent equal to 1200, and then I'm just printing the rent. So technically 2000 would have been printed here because 1700 was the value initialized it and 2000 will be overwritten now. So yeah, see 2000 has been printed here. So this is called overwriting the variable. That is when a new value is assigned to a variable, the old one is forgotten. If we had then caused some damages to the property during our crazy house party and we have to pay for them, then we can just apply this changes directly to this variable. This was a pun reference basically. Fine. So rent equals to 1700, rent equals to 2000. What I'm trying to do is now we add 1700 to rent itself, and then assign it to rent again. So first rent was 1700, now it's 2000. So what I will do is rent equals to now 2000 plus 700. Then ultimately it would be 2700 and the result would also be 2700. Yeah. So the result is 1700. Fine. Now to make this particular statement shorter, that is this particular statement, this particular rent equals to rent plus 700 smaller, we have a better thing in Python. We use the plus equals to operator to tell that we are incrementing the same variable by a particular value and assigning it to the same variable back again. Like suppose here rent equal to 1700, rent equal to 1000, rent plus equals to 700 means we are incrementing this rent variable by 700 and assigning it to the same variable. Upon printing it, we would get the same 2700 only. Okay. Question. You are managing your finances with Python. Complete the task mentioned in comments and then print the amount left in your bank. So your amount is 1.2 E6. 1.2 E6 means this 1.2 into 10 power 6. Okay, that's equal to this particular number. This is, I think, 12 lakhs. Yeah, 12 lakhs. So the amount of money in your bank account is 12 lakh. So AMT equal to 12 lakh. Money received every year in the form of salary 9.3 into 10 to the power 5. Okay. Decrease the tax by 30% as decrease the salary by 30% as tax paid to the government. You have to decrease it by 30%. Quite simple. Let's see what it turns out to be. So salary plus minus equal to 0.3 into salary. Okay. So see here, we use plus equals to, we could also use minus equal to, and so that's the thing basically I have done. Now add the salary to the bank account amount variable. So basically AMT plus equal to AMT plus salary. Increase the amount by 4% that you receive from the bank as interest. So it would yeah, I think I just mistook here a bit. It won't be like this. Basically AMT plus equals salary. Yeah, this would be enough, sufficient. Increase the amount by 4% that you receive from the bank as interest. So AMT plus equal to 4% means 4 by 100, that means 0.04 into AMT, because the interest is upon the amount, right? So if the interest is upon the amount, we have to add 0.04 into amount. Now finally subtract 1.2E5 from amount. So AMT minus equal to 1.2E5. Print the new amount. So print AMT. Let's see. 101805040.0. Fine. The expected answer that we should get, we are only getting is. Attendance link is there in the chat section. I have pinned the comment. Just open that and fill it. You will get the attendance. Next part is integer and floats. So far the numbers that we have dealt with were mostly whole numbers or integers. But as you may have noticed, the other type of numbers also do exist. For example, printing one integer by another gives us a number that isn't an integer. In Python, we represent such a number as float, which is short for floating point number. So print 3 division 2 is coming 1.5. So numbers with a decimal point such as 3.14 are called floating point numbers. I hope you know the concept of decimals. Note that even though the value 42 is an integer, the value 42.0 is a float. Technically 42 and 42.0 is same to us, but computer does not get human intelligence, so to it basically 42 and 42.0 is different, and Programming languages, they too fall under different data type. 42 is an integer, 42.0 comes under float. There is a function called type, through that you can check the data type. Okay, suppose a equals 3, b equals 2.5, so print type a and print type b. So here we would be printing the data type of them, and a is 3, that means here a belongs to the class int and b belongs to the class float. Okay, so an operation involving an int and a float will always give float as its output. We can also convert one data type to another by constructing new objects of those types with int and float. This particular part is called typecasting of data type. When we convert a float into an int, the part after the decimal point is dropped and there is no rounding. Example, if we convert 28.9 to int, decimals would always be dropped. So similarly, converting into float just adds a decimal at the end, and like 3 will become 3.0. This process is called typecasting. So a equals float of 3, b equals int of 28.9. So now if we print this, it would come something like this. Okay, I hope you are getting the concepts and everything that I've taught till now. Yeah, attendance you will get, don't worry about that, don't worry about the attendance. Content part, if you have any questions you can ask me. The pinned link is for React.js day 3, not Python and machine learning day 1. Yeah, the pinned link has some mistyping there. It's actually for Python and machine learning day 1. Just fill up the attendance sheet. Your attendance would be recorded. Don't worry. Fill up the attendance sheet, whatever it is. It will be recorded as your attendance for day 1, machine learning and Python. It may be written as React.js day 3, but don't worry about it. It's a mistype. About the content portion, if you have any questions or doubts, you may ask it. Otherwise, if you don't have any such questions, we will definitely meet tomorrow with a new topic, with a fresh day and a new topic. Yeah, collab link, I will share it by tomorrow. I will share the GitHub link where you will get all the notebooks there. Don't worry about it. Notes you will get by tomorrow. Notes you will get by tomorrow. Don't worry. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, fine. Then I'm ending the session. It was great to have you all guys in today's live stream. Uh, Good night, and we'll meet again tomorrow. Bye bye.